The fifth P in the power of the pen is promote. And it is one of the most important thing that you can think about as you are getting ready to launch a book or write a book. And I will tell you this, that promote just means telling people about it. That is the simplest term that I would like to put this in. How do you promote what you have? And when do you do it is a really good question. A lot of people in the publishing space will tell you, as publishers, start promoting your book the minute you know you're going to write. Do not wait until your book is ready to be revealed to the world for you to market it. Promotion is marketing, and it takes a long time for people to understand that you have a product coming out, especially if you are not someone that is socially visible on social media. So if this is new for you, it is important that promotion of a book that you are getting ready to share with the world happens even before you completely finish writing, right? What does that mean? Joan, I don't understand. Well, I am here to tell you that the most important thing you can do when you're getting ready to write a book is to talk about it first. Let the world know that you have a book coming out. Even if you don't know a date for the release, it is important to get momentum built up around your book. And that's why it is so important that promotion, once you have the plan in place and you know your why, you know your who, you know your what, the next step is the promotion. Even before the partnership. The partnership is going to happen, right? As you are thinking about writing the book, but the promotion starts immediately once the plan is in place. Why? It takes 7 times on social media for someone to see something and it registers that this is something that they may need to pay attention to. So knowing that is knowing that you have a responsibility to start telling people about your book. Promotion, marketing, it all is the same thing. It's telling a story. You're telling a story about a story that is coming out. You're sharing with people that you have a book that's coming out, right? And it is about who knows versus who should know. So if you tell your family and your friends about your book, yeah, they may support you, but you need to get it to that person that will be your ideal reader, the person that is going to pay for it. There's so often when we write books and we think that we can sell it to our colleagues, our friends, our family. Our colleagues, friends, and family loves us, but they may not necessarily support us with our books, right? You need to get your book to the audience that needs it and is going to pay for it right now and is going to purchase it right now. But that audience needs to know that you're writing a book and you need to be communicating what that book is about. Visibility is important as you promote because you need to be committed and consistent with your visibility so people understand that this is something that is coming, right? And then how do you market what you create? Again, it's telling people about it. And so there is an entire marketing plan that you can utilize to promote your book. And it starts with very simple being visible. It starts with social media. It starts with email. It starts with communicating, whether it is via text messages, whether it's via Messenger, whether it's via WhatsApp. Promoting is communicating, and you want to communicate to the world that your book is coming out. And here's the thing about promoting. It's that you start to build momentum. The more you do it is the more you start to build momentum. And the more people get excited about what you have coming out. This gets me excited because for me as a publisher, this is the part that is exciting, right? Because you're building this thing And people are hanging on to your words. They're hanging on to the phrases that you're dropping about the content that you're writing about. They're hanging on to the seeds that you're dropping about the book, your hashtags. They're hanging on to the title, the subtitle, and what you'll be writing about. So make sure that this becomes very important in the process of you writing. And so I want to go into a little of the marketing plan, just to kind of show you some of the things you can do as you get ready to promote your book. Again, never wait until your book is done for you to market. This takes time. This builds on one aspect on top of the other aspect on top of the other aspect. And this is work. The promoting piece is work. You may be uncomfortable in certain areas of visibility, but as you continue to do it and get comfortable with it, people are going to start to listen, right? I'll give you an example. McDonald's doesn't need any type of promotion or marketing, yet they do it every day. Why? Because it's important. It grabs people attention. And every time McDonald's is coming out with something new, they advertise it before they even drop it, right? They talk about the new chicken sandwich, or they talk about this new, ice cream mix that they have, or they talk about, healthier fries, the different oil that they're using, right? So it's the same way. If huge companies continue to market and continue to promote, we have to do the same thing for our books as well, right? So let's talk about communication in this marketing process. How do you communicate that you have something coming out? You have emails, right? And you have social media. And I love social media lives. Why? Because in the grand scheme of things, when you start to do social media lives, there is an algorithm that takes place. And the more lives you do, the more content that is done where people can see you, people can hear you, people can see your emotions, is the more it gets sent out to people's newsfeed. That's the algorithm. So, in terms of priority, in how your post gets shown on Instagram, or your post gets shown on Facebook, or your post gets shown in newsfeed on LinkedIn, is by videos. Is king, especially lives, right? And then, of course, the written content with images takes second place. And then, if you're just writing content without any image, nobody sees that. Really, it gets pushed down to the bottom. All right. So, going live via social media is one of the fastest way to build your promotion from a marketing perspective. Then you talk about community, right? Community is building a group that is interested in what you have to write. So if you are writing a book about health, right? Why not create a group around the topic that you are writing about? And you want to do this way before your book comes out, because you want to get people interested in what you're writing about and ultimately be a part of your group. Why? Because those people that are a part of this community that you are building will be able to share the information about your upcoming book on health. And then here's the thing: if you feel like it's difficult for you to build your own community, you can borrow a community. And what do I mean by that? Find out about other groups, Facebook groups, Instagram groups, focused group that is out there that is similar to the content that you're writing, and be a part of it. Join the group, get connected in the group, speak to the admin or the moderator of that group, and find out if you will be able to add value to the group by adding some tips, by adding some strategies, by adding some know how or some to dos to the group. And then ultimately, as you start to engage in the group, you want to find out if there is a way that you can share the information about your upcoming book. right? So if you don't create your own group, you can borrow a group or be a part of a group that would allow you to share the information about your upcoming book. What I love about a Facebook group or a focused group or a social group is that it becomes a community, and people like to feel they're a part of something bigger. And so that community is always the first place where you're going to get the most momentum, because they feel like they're a part of something in which everybody has the same common interest. The next thing is networking. Now, networking is amazing because what you're doing is going on to other people's platform and sharing your content. So, podcasts, right? Podcast is really making a name for itself right now. And so, find out whose podcast you can be a part of to share the information that you have a book that is coming out. And again, these things are done in advance of your book so you can get the visibility. And as you are communicating via social media live, as you're communicating in these groups that you're a part of, it, as you're communicating on podcasts or sharing information on Facebook shows, your credibility is building. And as your credibility builds, people are excited about purchasing the book, excited about what you have coming out. So it is great to be a part of this networking field so that, your credibility starts to build and momentum is happening around your book. Blogging is another amazing way for you to get the word out, right? Think about how long is it going to take for the book to come out? Some books, from the inception of the idea and you getting the writing started, or you getting an independent publisher or a publisher to publish your book, may take up to 6 months. So you want to make sure you are promoting from the start of signing a contract that you're going to publish, or that you have made a decision in your mind that you are writing. So you want to start at the outset of you writing your book. And then you start blogging. So you can blog if you have an email list or you have a website, start blogging about the content of your book. If you are writing a children's book, right, and it touches on an aspect like bullying, put that in a blog that you are writing, right? And you will find that mothers would be interested in this, teachers would be interested in this, and how they can prevent it and make sure that there is equality in the school, even among children, right? So making sure that you're doing a blog and then taking elements from your blog to post on your Facebook page, or taking elements from your blog to post on Instagram, or taking elements from your blog to tweet something, or to even put it on LinkedIn. So all of these things that you're doing, if you create one blog, you can use it in multiple ways. You can break it up and use it on different platforms. And again, that is promoting the content of your book that is coming out. You want to make sure, if you're writing a book or establishing yourself as an author, you have to have a landing page or a website. If you don't have a full-fledged website, you must have a landing page. People have to be able to go somewhere and read about your book and a little bit about you. So even if you don't build a full-fledged website, make sure you get a URL, the name of your book, or even if the URL is your name, and build a landing page with information about the book. So as you are promoting it and as you are talking about it, you're putting information on your landing page. So someone who is interested in the book that is coming down the road will be able to go and find out a little bit of information about who you are, what you do, and what is the content or the title of the book, and what is the book about, right? You want to make sure that you have a place where people can know a little bit more about you without spending an arm and a leg for creating a full website. Now, if you have an established website, if you're a business owner and you have a website, you just want to add a link to the website, or an element to the website about your book. Advertising. It is not too early to advertise that you have a book that is coming out. So things like Facebook ads or Google ads, those are things that you can do to let people know that, you have a book that is coming out so people can be interested. You can offer people to pre-order, right? That's another great thing you can do. Even if your book is coming out a year from now, 6 months from now, 8 months from now, 10 months from now, you may not even know a specific date, but you can literally have people interested in pre ordering your book. And in the pre order, you can mention things like, get an autographed copy once you pre-order, or get a free gift of as a bookmark or a wristband. So those are some things that you can do as you're talking about advertising, right? The pre-ordering piece of it. And you can put these on ads. You can run a Facebook ad, for $5 a day for a few days, and you can do it sporadically. Maybe you do it month 1, month 3, month 5. And as you get closer to the launch of the book, you do it a little more. Or you can run a Google ad as well. And then there's this thing I want to share with you. It's called HARO. It's called Help a Reporter Out. So you might be writing a book that has to do with Health Month, right? Or a book that has to do with women's equality, right? And you know that March is Women's Month, and I think May is International Women's Month. So find out if there is a reporter who might be interested in your book that can do a snippet on their television station for you. So, in order to find out about that, you can just type in HARO.com, helpareporterout.com, and you can read to see what reporters are looking to find, because there's a lot of time where reporters want a story and they're looking for stories, and your book may just be a storyline that they can pick up and do a segment on their show. And then last but not least, print media, local public access television. Those are all areas that you can pursue to see if you can, if you're able to get credibility or visibility on some of these sites to help you promote and market your book. I know that this is a lot condensed in just this piece, but if you can just take 3 or 4 elements from this piece, you will be well on your way to promoting your book and marketing your book even before the book comes out. Once you build momentum, you ride those waves, and it will guarantee you incredible results when your book lands.